have you join us on this week's episode of ArtHouse. I'm Melinda Akinlami. We have a robust lineup for you today. Let's check it out. The Young at Art program continues at this gallery where children develop their creativity. To another part of Lagos where children are also expressing themselves with art. Then the CVAC conference explores art, culture, and more. We'll give you the details in a moment. Do stay with us.
I always arrange exhibitions for women, so they will be able to sell their work, not just do the work.
Let's begin the program by enjoying the works of art that made it to the Young at Art program, which took place at the Biodun Omolayo Gallery in Lagos.
The House of Contemporary Arts and Creative Workshop, that's what the Biodun Omolayo Gallery has gradually become, holding all sorts of events that will encourage the growth and development of art in the country. One of them is the Young at Art program, which has been on for more than 2 decades now.
We started Young at Art over 20 years ago. We started August 2003. And what led to Young at Art was that my own story. I turned my challenges to opportunity like this. Immediately I finished from Yaba Tech, it occurred to me that, okay, you were not supported when you were a child. Now you've had the opportunity of going back to school, studying art now. You need to be there as a children advocate in the creative industry. So I decided to set up Young at Art.
The gallery owner and founder, Mr. Biodun Omolayo, shows the works of art created by children, some of whom are physically challenged, to the visitors who are delighted with the sight before them.
The works are really impressive and they are really beautiful. For the fact that they were painted, some of them were painted by children who have a bit of challenge. It's more of the impression to me. And I believe with more training, which Mr. Omolayo is giving children, they will do a lot better in the future.
The works are very amazing, coming from a young age, and if you see, they're already making money. Like their effort is being shown on the canvas, and then they are doing much. So if you check the special children too, they have so much effort in what they're doing, and then we could communicate with them because art is very therapeutic for them, and then it makes them to be very okay. But they're already solving problems, and they can never be broke in future. So Omolayo Art Gallery is helping young children to grow their talent, to make money, to not to depend on other people, like to be able to get whatsoever thing they like and whatsoever thing they want in life, to chase their dreams with their creativity. So Omolayo Gallery is doing so much for the children.
The work the children have done, if you look at it, the work of some artists, you can see that there is the flair there, and then there is that sign that these children, they are up to something good, they are up to something great. So it's just for the talent to be well harnessed. It's just for the parents to encourage them so that they are able to express what they feel and the colors they feel inside, they see, and then bring it to life. I think that's what is needed. I think they've done a great job from what we can see.
Since the commencement of the program in 2003, it has allowed children between 5 to 16 years to be exposed to the joy and fun of creativity through different segmented activities.
I started with my own children then. They were young then. About 2 of them are graduates already. So I was picking children from all the streets in the Ikeja area, running the program for them. And then we've been doing it consistently ever since then till now. We used to have it during summer alone, but it has grown to the level that we don't need to wait for summer or long holiday, because we have them in different segments now. We have the teenagers who, after finishing secondary school, they are waiting to enter the universities or polytechnic within and outside Nigeria. And so one of the prerequisites of even giving an admission is their portfolio. So they need to present their portfolio. So what we do with the teenagers is to help them prepare their portfolio in terms of the work they do. All the works you are seeing in this particular exhibition are done by teenagers. They're about entering the universities and the polytechnic.
Ever since I've been part of this training, I've learned many more things about art. Because to me, I draw, but I'm not that good at painting or designing, but I draw. So ever since I've been part of this program, I've been enlightened. I've seen different things which I couldn't do before. So I thank God for everything.
This exhibition is to display their paintings, drawings, and craftsmanship to get a total artistic experience.
After running the classes for them, another way of even encouraging the children to have an exhibition, because aside from teaching them how to draw, how to paint, the principles and elements of art, we encourage them in the business side of art as well, which has to do with you putting up an exhibition. How do you package your works? How do you present it to the public? And then when you do, what do you get from that? Number one, you get to be known primarily. Then secondly, you have an opportunity to even dispose your work as well, so collectors can come and pick their works.
Training has been so amazing, and the children, they've been doing wonders. You can see the handworks of the children and how much they've put in to produce these amazing works. And then if you could see, we are already training them about the business part of art, on how to make money at their young age, and then for them to be problem solvers and then to boost the creativity in them.
For the Omolayo Gallery, the goal is to keep improving on its various programs, especially the young of art, in order to build future leaders that can shape society positively.
Lovely works there. In another part of the commercial city, another set of children are participating in a show to nurture their talent in a live drawing Lions art poster competition.
After receiving many entries from children within the age range of 11 to 13, it's now down to the top artistic selections which have made it to the grand finale of the Peace Poster Contest in Lagos.
International Peace Poster Competition is a Lions international programs. It's actually meant for the youth between the ages of 11, 12, and 13. It's just to inspire the youth, the students within that age bracket, to express themselves through art and creativity. And the message is to equally preach peace to the world. This program has been existent for the past 30 years. It's just to inspire the student to dream big.
The theme is Dare to Dream. So there are intriguing images which reveal the kind of world these young creatives hope to see. One where there is peace, love, kindness, success, and other virtues, no matter the obstacles.
It's actually involved a lot of critical thinking before I could come up with such an idea. Well, what my artwork is saying is a girl who actually has an ambition to become a world tennis champion, and then you can see her, she's playing in the highest rank, which is the Olympics, the world rank Olympics. Then she jubilates, there's jubilation in the air, and she carries the trophy, and with that trophy, she's going to use it to fight against all the insurgencies in the world. Well, what I'm trying to say with my work is that you don't just dream. You dream, you have to be consistent, you have to be hardworking. So you don't just dream, because if you just dream and you sleep and you don't act on it, you don't work on it, it's far gone. So what you have to do is just to rest. You take it easy, then you plan out and try to achieve your goal, just step by step, and by consistency and by trying harder.
If you look at my artwork, you see that there are hands holding the world. Those hands are just to show the good leaders leading the different nations of the world. And there are some high-rising buildings and some huts or houses. The high-rising buildings represent the developed nations of the world, while the houses or huts are used to represent the developing nations of the world. So to me, I believe that if these countries and nations come together and they have good leaders leading them, the world will be a peaceful and better place to live in. Because if we have good leaders leading the world, there won't be corruption and other types of problems that we have in the world today.
A live drawing session also takes place. Then, a member of the jury explains what they were looking for during the selection process.
We noticed that since the age range is between 11 and 13, we felt that those who are 11, age 11, should be given just a few marks because of their age, and those who are at the maximal level, which is 13, should slightly come down because we felt that their creative ability, it's also in proportion to their age. Having done that, what we did was to also give their oratory presentation, their composure, their countenance, to give some marks to. But overall, the students have done very well, and with our grades, you will see that they all come tops, even though there are slight variation in the scores. But it's been keenly contested, and having confirmed that they did the works with the little sketches we say they should go through, I think it's a keenly contested contest.
Over the years, this group has been supporting art contests for children and youths globally. For them, the idea of creating peace posters gives children a chance to express their vision of peace and inspire the world through art and creativity.
Well done to the children. We'll have more where that came from when ArtHouse returns in a moment. Do stay with us.
Our Wordsmith is written by Amirat Ayomide Ali, titled Hear the Voice of the Little Bird. Work of art by Adetoro Debas. The bright blue sky beckons to the little canary, and each time she sees her pals fly, she feels a longing to spread her wings and fly high, to chase her dreams and find her silver linings. The little bird sings with longing to soar and flock with her pals and thrive with burning determination. But on her nest does she perch, patiently waiting upon a doting mother to tend to her needs, to provide all her wishes. When the sun shines bright and warms the birds of the sky, she's told not to join the party. With great sadness, she buried herself in the dark, longing and hoping for the day to be free from her mother's chains, to soar high, with a sense of freedom gracing her flight, to test the powers that she possessed and the limits that will bind her free spirit.
Let's check out the works of art you sent in recently. Let's begin with Ohiria Daniel's pen and acrylic on paper piece called Worry-Free Days. Then Blind Love is what Tomiwa Adelagu is sharing with his digital painting. The Best Teacher is an acrylic on canvas work by Innocent Chikeze. While this oil on canvas work by Loki Best Art is called Precious. Fearless is how Chimela has titled this acrylic and oil on canvas work. While Self-Discovery is a work done with acrylic on canvas by Mazi Dennis. Unique African Allure, the first in the series, is a charcoal and acrylic on canvas piece done by Oluwafemi Akomu. Univora Pius has Burning Desire, series of beauty, done with acrylic on canvas. Then we wrap things up with On the Pasture, an acrylic on chipboard work by Abest. And that concludes the works of art you sent in this week. We encourage you to keep them coming.
A renowned scholar and thespian was one of the participants at the SIBA conference with the theme Arts, Culture and the Development of the Creative Economy.
The Center for Black and African Arts and Civilization organized an event with the theme Art, Culture and the Creative Economy that attracted a lot of people from the art community.
As part of our mandate, the center has the responsibility of spearheading the promotion of Black and African arts, history, culture, and civilization with the intent of highlighting such critical areas where Black and African peoples have made and continue to make meaningful impact to world civilization. Therefore, today's international conference with the theme Arts, Culture, and the Development of African Creative Economy was carefully put together to discuss the pivotal role of arts, culture, and creative industries in economic reconstruction and development of Africa.
One of the high-profile guests is Professor Duro Oni, former president of the Nigerian Academy of Letters and Deputy Vice-Chancellor, University of Lagos, who speaks on African arts, culture, and the Millennium Development Goals.
There is no international development policy framework in this new millennium, especially as it pertains to the African continent, that has received as much scholarly attention as the Millennium Development Goals. Yet, while some have criticized it as an example of the double-speak of the wealthy nations of the West, others just see it as the El Dorado for the development of the African continent.
Several cultural performances have been lined up to spice up the occasion.
From the old time, our theater has been very vibrant. The Nollywood has been very vibrant. The film industry has been very vibrant. The music industry and our technology. There are some bright Nigerians who are in the tech world and they are making waves. But we must give a lot of emphasis to the youth. There's a need to harness all the potentials of our youth. If we say we have a population and 70% of that population is the youth, then we really must get ourselves together and do things and have policies that encourage youth participation.
The resources that we have dwell mostly with our youth population. And if you look at the educational system that we have in Nigeria, from kindergarten to the university, our children will spend close to 20 years being educated. And when they come out, many of them will be looking for a job. So what I think it is essential now is that the government should be able to incorporate training into arts and culture as part of our curricula.
For 2 days, art and cultural enthusiasts were able to rub minds on this all-important topic, as creativity is crucial to the growth of any society.
There's more to enjoy, but that will be on the next edition of the program.
Next week on ArtHouse, we see the best of Ife at 30, an exhibition by some of the alumni of the Department of Fine and Applied Arts at the Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, at the Fobali Art World Africa in Lagos. Contemporary artist Dotun Pukwola, famous for turning waste to wealth, shows his latest creation. Celebration of Nigerian icons is what renowned poet Akim Lasisi is doing with African citations. We encourage you to keep liking, sharing and viewing our page so more people can enjoy the ever-bubbly and ingenious art scene in the country.
Your ArtHouse experience doesn't have to end when the show is not on television. Interact with us on our various social media platforms. See any edition of ArtHouse on our website or YouTube page. Join our very interactive Facebook page by joining the group on ArtHouse on Channels. We're everywhere.
That's the program today. Thank you so much for being great company, and I look forward to interacting with you on our various social media platforms. I'm Melinda Akinlami. Have a lovely day.